How's DC's new fucking world going now? Aren't they releasing a new line again?
I'm sure there's some sort of reboot for the reboot.
It's like totes not the Ultimate Universe because this is DC, but it's something or other like that.
The same thing because they tend to copy. They've been doing that for the better part of the last decade, just copying their work of Marvel, and and not the good work, by the way. I'm more talking about the general concepts. We know that All Different came first, and then all of a sudden, I mean, it was well after DC said, "Oh, you know what? That's a great idea." That didn't work for them, but that's a great idea. How about we do our version of that? And and then you got their version of that with their. You had the non-binary Flash. And I guess I can't remember if the non-binary Flash was also the Flash because there were so many of them. Was also the Flash that was handicapped that had the little tink legs. I can't remember. There were two different. It might have been. It could again. I'm pretty sure Chad maybe can correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember if that was also if it was a handicap non-binary or if it was just that was that version of Flash, and then there was another one that was disabled.
I would actually know the answer to this if I gave a shit. I think there were two different.
It might have been two different ones. There was a bunch of different ones that were run. That was the whole point. It was all sorts of weird stuff going on. So
yeah, how long did that last? Like a week?
It did not last. That thing did not catch on. I'm pretty sure that was how we got. That was also through the same line that you got the Luke Fox or whatever Batman. And that didn't seem to last long at all. Like that.
No,
Future State. That's
Future State.
That's what it was. Future State,
which was the dubbed down version of 5G.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah,
because this is
reworked.
Future State is what they actually wanted the main line to become.
Yeah,
that was Luke. They were getting rid of all of them. Getting rid of all of them crackers. Getting rid of all of them. You know, do you have a penis? A male penis? Yes. Does that insert into a female's vagina? Yes. You're fucking out of here.
See you.
You're out of here.
Get out.
You are fucking out.
Get out.
Out.
So
that Future State was meant to be the 5G reboot that the Doomsday Clock, which took 16 years to come out.
What happened? I don't. You know, obviously that was when I was real deep into that, and I don't remember why was that? Why did they wait? So I can't remember what two issues that it was between where they waited like damn near half a year,
like 6 months. Yeah, I think it's like
before they put out the next. What was going on with
like
that?
5 and 6 or 6 and 7?
Yeah, it was something in between. What happened with that? And I remember going to my local comic shop and nobody had any answers. They were like, we don't know why this is not coming out this upcoming week, because obviously it was on my pull list. I don't remember what happened with that, like why that was the case.
Wasn't it because the editor at DC was nixed? And the Doomsday Clock was meant to lead into 5G, which was his idea, his baby. And then because he get out of here, they had to adjust it because then it wasn't going to go forward. So they had to adjust Doomsday Clock. And I think there was also problems with getting it out as well. Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, there were some good bits to it, but I mean, that final issue was one of the worst issues of a comic I've ever read in my fucking life.
Look, when you wait that long in between something that was meant to obviously be released every month, I mean that derailed everything anyway by itself. It probably wouldn't have mattered how they ended it. It just didn't work out. But yeah, I don't really know why. I'm not exactly sure what was the reason that they said, you know, we're just gonna wait and not release this for 6. And every time I'm going every week, I'm like, or every month, like, is Doomsday Clock? No, we don't have it. Well, okay, what the hell is going on with this damn book? But yeah, it's not like it. I mean, it was really hyped up when it initially happened. I remember it was surely the talk of that universe. But yeah, it didn't seem that much amounted to it, and they moved into that. And obviously, right before I was getting out of there, that was the whole dark metal stuff that was happening with, you know. Then you had the with the monitors and the Perpetua. Now the monitors have a mother or whatever the fuck it was. It was a fucking mess, and now all these dark characters or Batman Who Laughs are crossing into this. It was a mess, man. And they went right into another event, which went right into another event. And yeah, I just think the whole event thing is, well, I think with both mainstream, this is a knock to them. It's a more or less what they did to themselves. It's like, in order to generate some enthusiasm, they probably feel like they are heavily relying upon it. Because one of the most obvious things that happen there, as far as these like massive like crossover events and all this, you remember War of the Realms, right, with Marvel, and you had War of the Realms, and right after, and when I say right after, I believe one of the tie-in, it was so crazy because one of the tie-in books to War of the Realms went right into absolute carnage, and it was like back to back, and I was like, dude, this is an event after event after event. So what's the point? Like, events don't even matter anymore. It's more just a gimmick at this point. Not a very, very good one. It's not like I'm getting enthusiastic to roll right into War of the Realms, and then you're gonna get some. Okay, let's go have these characters focus on their own stories. No, it's absolute carnage. Next,
yeah,
no.
They used to be their own, obviously within their own lines. You could have prolonged storytelling. We had things like Death of Superman, Reign of the Superman, and all that kind of stuff. Funeral for a Friend, Batman. We had the Nightfall saga, but then we also had things like Legacy and Contagion.
Yep.
No Man's Land went on for a good while. So long form storytelling within those books. But when it came to an actual company event, huge thing, Final Night, whatever it may be, Crisis, yada yada, that stuff was few and far between because of the kind of. Now it's just it just felt like every fucking week.
Yeah, it's like
there was another, and it's like it's not special.
Yeah, no, that's why. And I'm right there with you. Like, yeah, long-term storytelling, that's awesome, right? I'm all for that. But I do believe that there's a way to have that stuff kind of contained to, like you mentioned, like Nightfall and stuff, having these contained to some characters, not like it's really your entire universe. Now there are these like major crossover events that have to do with all of the major characters are being somewhat impacted by it, and those are the ones that are happening back to back to back. So it's less about just general long-term storytelling, and more just absolute major crossover after major crossover, right? Every single one. It's, again, to go right into absolute carnage right after War of the Realms was supposed to be big, and I didn't get it by any means. But yeah, it's they don't matter as much and not as special. I mean, I would think that that's what it should be. Like your crossover event, like there's this. I mean, something major is happening. It impacts generally all of the characters. You want to save that and make it special, right? It's something that doesn't happen that often. It's something very special. Maybe it brews for years even. But now it's like, yeah, give it a week. Here's the big threat, and it impacts everybody. So in this book, you're going to get all of the heroes, or there's going to be a 5,000 tie-in books. And yeah, they went crazy with the Crisis stuff. I mean, I feel like Crisis on Infinite Earths was fine, but then you got Infinite Crisis, Final Crisis, and all these other. Like, damn, how many crises can you?
Another Final Crisis being this, but this one's finaler.
The finaler crisis. Yeah. It's just so many, and it's too much, man. I'm just, as a general fan, that
Marvel
man.
Gala.
Yeah.
Annual gala.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Oh man, that's the get
Iceman
in his heels.
Yeah,
man. High heels.
Just get everyone, get them all in gay shit. Just do it.
Yeah, get everybody into gay shit. Yeah, why not?
That was the gala.
It's not special. It does not feel, and to me, it's not appealing. It's more like, hey, I don't know if that's more of is the appeal now to the collectors? I'm not sure, or is it being written in a way that, do they hope that it gets adopted in a TV forum or a movie or something? I don't know the point. Maybe is that where the only place you can make money? So you have to do these events so now we can do an animation on the event or something. I don't know. I don't really know the market approach, but just as an actual comic book reader, it just was not appealing at all, and it didn't make sense. It just nullified pretty much every event because I knew they were going to have another event right after it, and that threat was going to be nullified by the next. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios.